Hi Cancer, this is your horoscope for September 2023. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to have a look at your chart specifically to see what the planets are doing, how they interact and what energy they create amongst themselves. The point of these horoscopes is to give you an idea of how that will influence you specifically, where the good stuff is and how to use it, and where the potential challenges are and how to avoid them. So this horoscope is for, first and foremost, sun sign Cancers, then rising sign Cancers, and finally moon sign Cancers, in that order. And what I notice about your chart here, Cancer, is that at the beginning of the month, on the 1st of September, you've got perfect balance between the top half of the chart and the lower side of the chart. So public life, home life. And I feel that you go into this month feeling really balanced and feeling you have a nice overview of what's going on in your life. You're not overly stressed, you're informed, you feel like you've got a good hold on things. On the 3rd of September, we've got Venus, the planet of love and beauty and creativity. That goes direct, and it goes direct in your second house of money and belongings. Now, Venus is responsible for starting new businesses, new relationships, connecting with anything that you love, right? And it's been in retrograde, and when it's in retrograde, it's not a good idea to start a new business or a new relationship because your perspective is off. So from the 3rd of September, for you guys specifically, if you've had an idea or a desire to start your own business, from the 3rd of September, it's really a positive time to do that. Plus, Venus is in Leo. So it's in a sign where it wants to be out in the limelight, it wants to be seen and heard, and it wants to make as much noise as possible. It's also at 12 degrees, which is almost too much of a good thing, because 1 and 2 is 3, and 3 in numerology is communication and new beginnings. So new beginnings together with Leo and Venus in your second house, it's this huge desire to start something of your own that's going to be in a professional kind of context. I want to do something independently where I can use my creativity and talents and get paid for them. So if you are a Cancer who's considered being self-employed, September is going to be an amazing month for you, especially if you take action around it. On the 4th of September, we have Jupiter, the lucky planet. That goes into retrograde until the end of the year, until the 30th of December. So when Jupiter is direct in Taurus at 15 degrees, you run into opportunities as you progress on your journey, right? When Jupiter goes retrograde, the ideas or the good luck comes from within. 15 degrees is 6. That's a window of opportunity. And Taurus is a fixed sign. It's the earthiest of all the earth signs, I would say. It's the bull. And it's really about what foundation have I got to build on and how can I control my circumstances. So Jupiter sits in your 11th house of hopes and dreams. So until the end of the year, not just here in September, Cancer, but until December, you're going to get very clear insights into what hopes and dreams you could realize in a practical sense. You'll get that via your intuition and your dreams and your meditations, but you'll also get other people, your friends, your social circle, dropping ideas which really resonate with you and give you wonderful ideas. So it's kind of like your good luck fairy is working through your intuition, and it works through other people to give you the ideas that you don't have yet. And once you've got those, you can jump on them and choose which one you like and work with them to realize your hopes and dreams. Uranus is in Taurus, so is the moon, and they all sit in your 11th. So here on the 4th, it might be a little unsettling, Cancer, because you may be flooded with all these ideas, which may seem really unconventional and really unusual, like it's not something you would usually want to do, and it may throw you a bit. It may cause a bit of confusion. So you don't have to act on anything straight away. I would give myself a few days just to digest all of this and to say, wow, that's something I hadn't considered before, but it might be a great idea. So that's the kind of vibe I'm getting. Moving on then, we've got the moon going through your 12th, then your 1st and your 2nd houses until the 13th of September. So around the 6th and 7th, it's in Gemini in your 12th. So that's when the doorway to the higher realm, your dreams, your insights is really wide open, and you're going to get a lot of stuff coming in. Then on the 8th of September, 9th and 10th, it's in your sign of Cancer, the sign that it rules. The moon is your ruler, right? And it's in your first house of self on those days. So those are going to be really comfortable, and you can relax and decompress a little bit. And then on the 11th, 12th, and 12th, it's in Leo in your second house. Those 2 days, the 11th and 12th of September, that's the time to really edit and to kind of narrow it down to 1 or 2 or 3 choices in terms of these are my hopes and dreams for the future. These are the ones I'm going to take note of. On the 14th of September, we have a new moon in Virgo, and that happens in your third house of communication and your house of perception. Virgo is ruled by Mercury, the communication planet, and it's about receiving information, right? It's about letting it all in, processing it, and creating meaning from what you've been exposed to. The thing is that on the 14th of September, the planet that rules Virgo, Mercury, is still in retrograde. So again, similar to Uranus in your 11th, you may get some really unusual ideas that make you feel a little bit lost, or like, what on earth am I considering here? I'm a surgeon. Why on earth would I become a tarot reader? Or I've been single for 50 years. Why on earth do I suddenly have the notion to, I don't know, start a business as a daycare or something like that? Something that is just completely out of the blue and out of the norm. So don't judge those things too much. On the 15th of September, when Mercury does go direct, your perception of things and your way of processing information, it returns to normal. So you'll be able to take all of this unconventional info that you've been receiving, and you're able to say, this is actually useful, even though I would have normally never considered it. This may go somewhere, so I'm going to, again, file it away and look at what I can do with it in future, because this is a great idea. On the 19th of September, we've got Neptune sitting on top of your chart, and it opposes the Sun in Virgo. So the Sun in Virgo is at the very bottom of your chart, and it's really about working on yourself and having the attention on you. And this is what I want to realize in terms of my hopes and dreams. I want to create a new business, a new source of income, all of that stuff. And then Neptune at the very top of your chart kind of gives you this magical notion around your own work and what you could do independently. But it's too much of a good thing. It kind of puts the rose-tinted spectacles on you, and you're likely to take shortcuts or to see challenges and to just not even bother giving them much attention. And it's almost like you're a little blasé, and you feel somewhat invincible. Of course, I want to try this. What could stand in my way? It's me doing it. I rock. I'm the best. That kind of thing. So you're not lacking in confidence, but that kind of attitude sets you up to make mistakes because you're not willing to do all the legwork. So I would I want to highlight that and just issue a warning for you guys, Cancer, around the 18th, 19th, and 20th of September, that don't let yourself be lulled into this false sense of security, and make sure that you continue to keep your feet planted on the ground and that you're doing things which are realistic. On the 23rd of September, we've got the September equinox happening, the beginning of autumn. And again, we're returning to a sense of balance in your chart, same way that the equinox is balanced. So same amount of light and dark, day and night. But the one thing that kind of unbalances these things or underpins the balance is Pluto and the moon in Capricorn in your 7th. Pluto is about transformation and change. It's about the phoenix rising from the ashes. It's about starting again in a different way. And it's at 27 degrees in Capricorn. So 2 and 7 is 9. That's spirituality and completion, the hermit in the tarot. And Capricorn is the sign of the worker. So again, your spiritual sense is working overdrive to say this is what you specifically independently can work on. And then the moon in Capricorn is really quite harsh. I've got a moon in Capricorn in my birth chart, and it's relentless. It's like, you got to work. You got to do more. Doesn't matter what you're doing, just do it. Do more of it. Go, go, go. And it's at 8 degrees in Capricorn. So you're going to have this desire to work on things. And I think the focus is your relationships with your own hopes and dreams and how you can realize them so that they become an asset in your life that makes you feel safer and more secure and more comfortable. Finally, at the end of the month, we have a supermoon, so a moon that's closer to the Earth and appears bigger. It's a full moon in Aries, and that happens again in your 10th house of career. Chiron is next to it, and so is the the North Node in Aries. The North Node is the direction you'd like to move into. Chiron is about personal healing, and the moon is what you feel, what makes you feel at home. It's safe, right? So the whole month, we've been building up to this. You started the month saying, I'm doing all of this, but what could I do on the side just for myself? And now at the end of the month, during this supermoon, full moon in Aries, all of your focus is on how can I realize this in actuality? How can I do something that's just mine in a professional setting, in a working life setting? So Libra had something similar going on, but for you guys, Cancer, there are a lot of Cancers who have considered kind of doing something extra on the side. You're going to have a breakthrough moment with that, and you'll be able to get started here in September and create more wealth for yourself. But with all the balance I've been talking about, I also think you're very good at relationships. So what am I warning you about here? The main warning is not to become overly confident and to say, oh my God, of course everything's going to work, so I don't really need to pay attention. That's the key thing to watch out for, and I think that's pretty much the only challenge of the month for you. So overall, it looks amazing. I hope that gives you an idea of what you'll be working with in September. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on book your reading to audio reading with me. In my personal readings, I use astrology, the tarot, numerology, as well as my intuition. If you have any questions about your life purpose or education or relationships, career, love life, anything at all, please do get in touch with me for a personal reading. I hope you have a fabulous month, and I'll speak to you soon. All the best.